This week, TNJN sat down with Andrew Carroll to discuss his role as the first-time editor and creator of Knoxville Man magazine. While Carroll works at Knoxville's ESPN radio affiliate, he is also pursuing a dream of editing a magazine and mentions how it began.
Basically, what started Knoxville Man is when we came down here. Part of my dream was to come down and do a men's magazine. Knoxville is a very print-savvy town. There's a ton of magazines out there, so it's the perfect time to do that. But basically, it started as a website just to do kind of fun things on the side, just for men. Had a few stories here and there, and it was pretty much just me doing it.
That was Andrew Carroll. Carroll said that his partners Chris Durant, Matt Viegel, and Jason Bailey played a key role in developing the magazine. They wanted to concentrate on a niche magazine for men.
A good thing about being in Knoxville is when we came down here, there's a lot of stuff for women. Everything's geared towards women in Knoxville. And we were like, where's the stuff for dudes? You know, we had no idea. So we were like, hey, we own a ESPN station, obviously men driven, so why not team up and do something for men? And it's kind of like, my idea was to have a Maxim or Esquire, if you will, but localized. So I think there's really no one else doing that, so we're first to the market in that aspect, which I think definitely puts us ahead of everybody else.
Carroll remarks the material in the magazine concentrates on a typical male's lifestyle.
Aspects of as far as fitness articles, or we just actually in our April issue we're going to have a kind of how to home decor, like you're out of college now, what is your this bachelor pad that you had in college isn't going to work for the young businessman, so kind of how to deal with that. We also have female writers to give men kind of their point of view on different things.
Carroll emphasizes that the article ideas comes from everyday conversation with one another and what they think men would be interested in.
A lot of the ideas come, honestly, from us just hanging out. What the best part of the thing about us is that we're all friends. Like the main four of us, Matt, Chris, Jason, and myself. And then Brett Preasy also. He's on the Wes Rucker show. He's helped us out a lot too. He's actually our sports editor. But we all just sit around. We're all friends. We all talk to each other all day long, every day. And we'll just sit down and come up with something funny. Oh, let's write an article about that. And each month. But every once in a while we'll also have a sit-down meeting where we'll just lock ourselves in a room and have a board and just write ideas and just go from there.
Carroll's role as an editor centers on the look and direction of the magazine.
The aspect I take on as an editor, being that we only have a team of maybe 10 or 12 people, is I design the entire thing. So I'll sit down in front of my computer and take their article and do the pictures and just design the entire aspect of the magazines.
How has Carroll handled his position as a first-time editor of a new magazine? He states that observation and examples of other magazines have helped him.
It's because honestly you have no one to ask. It's like you sit there, you look at everything, and you realize you have in your mind what you want as far as the flow of the magazine, as far as organization of what page here goes here, but basically what I did is like the weeks leading up to the actual my crunch time, I just looked at as many magazines I kind of wanted to mold myself after.
Carroll admits that he has been on a learning curve, but his job has been enjoyable.
It's crazy. The first month I was up for 56 consecutive hours in this office in front of my computer, and I did not leave at all. And it was putting together 30, and it's only a 32-page magazine. I think that's cover and back cover, so you only got 30 pages of actual content. It's hectic, and you have to be ready for that if you want to do it. But it's so rewarding when you get the first magazine. You can actually see it.
Carroll said that some of the hardest aspects of editing was finding and taking photos and figuring out where to place articles for Knoxville Man magazine.
We just did an interview with Trevor Bain. And when you get big names like that in interviews, I never even thought to the point, well, now there's all these stipulations of how it can be in the magazine. It has to be, so many pages away from an alcohol ad, or this many pages away from, an article about sex. It's just confusing, man. But it's all trial and error, I think there's a little grace period people will give you when you're first starting up something to kind of get a few mistakes here and a few mistakes there.
He gives a lot of freedom to journalists so they can pursue their own ideas, and he expects a few traits from his writers.
Be organized, have your own style, and just be forthcoming with your ideas. Don't sit there, well, what do you want me to write? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Go out and do it. Here's a small topic, expand, do your own thing with it, put a twist on it, do whatever you want. Just make it fun. Have fun. Because if you're not having fun doing it, then don't do it.
Knoxville Man's second issue comes out this month, but Carroll expects the localized men's magazine to continue and expand to other cities as well. They have recently expanded to Lexington, Kentucky, and Lexington Man's first issue will come out in May.
In 5 years, I hope that I'm traveling a bunch trying to keep up with all my magazines, is what I hope. I hope to be in, at least 10 cities that I am in control of, and then hire someone else to do controls of other cities. Like, I don't want to stop. I think, we've got a niche here that can do awesome in a lot of cities, because, there are that national men's content. But as far as localized men's content, not a lot of cities have it. I think we got a good idea, and as long as we can just keep up with it and go, it'd be great. I think hopefully we'll get to at least 10 cities in 5 years. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities at all. We're in 2 cities in 3 months.
For TNJN, I'm Seth Jensen.